Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon, and on my channel, I discuss manifesting as a lifestyle. My processes work. I am the only manifestation coach you need. I am your favorite manifesting coach. Today, I want to talk about affirmations and the power of affirmations because your beliefs are creating your reality. The sum total of your beliefs and your assumptions and what you think about reality is already creating your life. So if you want to change your life, you can use the power of affirmations to change your life. Your inner conversations are already creating. Your self-talk is already creating your life. Your life is created by your beliefs. So when you want to change something about your life, know that your affirmations create. Your affirmations are creating. So you are powerful. Your affirmations create. And then you speak to yourself with your affirmations as if you already had your desire. If you have your desire, what are you saying to yourself? You could simply be saying, I have this, XYZ desire. I have this relationship. I have the money in my bank account. I have the car. What is that car of your dreams? Get more specific. If you want to be specific, you can absolutely be specific. And your affirmations are manifesting. Your affirmations are powerful. This is the way you change your life, by having a whole new inner dialogue with yourself, an inner conversation. And you create a new inner conversation using affirmations. You recreate a new belief system. You recreate a new belief about something by repeating it to yourself. And that's why you're repeating your affirmations. All right, so I have some questions here. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Sarah. Buns. Do we need to feel our affirmations? It's hard to feel it real sometimes. You don't have to feel your affirmations. You don't have to. Remember, you're the creator of your reality. All possibilities work. All possibilities exist. You could be someone who simply affirms your reality. I personally talk about feeling it. Not that you have to feel it real, but you feel the truth that your affirmations create, right? I feel that truth. When it comes to self-concept, I like feeling that version of myself that feels confident, right? So if I'm creating confidence within myself, I can affirm I am confident. That's actually how I created my confidence, simply by affirming it. And as I affirmed consistently that I am confident, my world started reflecting to me in different ways that I was. Some ways were just a simple way to remind me I was confident with certain people in my life. Other ways that my world reflected it was to have an idea to take a class. I took an improv class that helped build confidence. So I took action based on wherever I was affirming. And this is what you're already doing. Wherever you're focusing, you're already living your life and you're living what you're believing and thinking and assuming. So, can we affirm in our head like robotic, or we have to be in the present? No, you could affirm in your head like robotic. Remember, you're the operant power. You're the creator of your reality. Affirm. Tell yourself, right? You're just telling yourself a new truth. So tell yourself, I affirm robotically and it works, right? That you're creating a new belief. I affirm robotically and it works. My affirmations manifest. And then you affirm it. Just keep affirming it. Remember, you're the creator. If you're saying, oh, it doesn't work. Let's say you tried affirming robotically for a week and then you decide it doesn't work because you don't see any evidence. Well, you're the cause. So if you're deciding it doesn't work, which it's not that you decided it doesn't work, it's just that you didn't see a reflection that it worked, but you're ultimately unconsciously deciding it didn't work, or you're creating for your future experience that it didn't work. So what's important is no matter what is happening in your world, that you disregard that circumstance. You disregard what you see and you keep affirming it, because you will create that. You affirm robotically and it works for you. Remember, all possibilities exist. And I've heard people I love Tony Robbins because as an entrepreneur, I have gone to his seminar in the past. I love his material. I love what he's teaching. He's teaching reality creation, right? He's teaching reality creation. But I have heard him also say, your affirmations don't manifest. That's not true. They are. Because I know it works for me. All possibilities exist. Is he a uber ultra successful guy who has great techniques and great ideas? Absolutely. So that's just not one of his beliefs that he's living life that way. And his affirmations are manifesting. He just might not realize it. Or actually, maybe he's manifesting a reality. His beliefs are manifesting. So for you, let's talk back about us right here, right here. We create our own reality. You create that your affirmations manifest. Even Neville Goddard said, you can remove all processes aside. The only one process you need to do to manifest is have inner conversations. Have the inner conversation is affirmations, right? Because you're speaking to yourself. So an affirmation is just speaking to yourself, telling yourself a story, a new story. An affirmation is still a story. That's a story. If I'm speaking a story like I am a multimillionaire, that's a story I'm telling, and my story is manifesting. My life is being created by what I'm affirming and what I'm believing, what I'm assuming to be true. And if I assume my affirmations manifest, they do. Angel Star, hey pretty. Hi. Guys, I am using Shannon's Journal, and so far, all but 2 of my things have come forth. Beautiful, Angel Star. Congratulations. This is why I created my journal. For anyone who's new here, or maybe you haven't heard about the journal I created, it's a simple blank journal. But on the cover, I wrote, everything I write in this journal becomes true. And because that was my experience. I had a journal, and I wrote on the cover, or the first page of my journal, I said, everything in this journal comes true. Everything I wrote down became true. So even though you're saying 2 of my things, so far, all but 2 of my things have come forth. I love how you even stated that, because they are coming forth. Okay, it's done. Everything I wrote down manifested in 1 year. There is the power of knowing that what you focus on manifests. So if anyone is interested in a new journal, my journal is linked in my description, and you can buy it off of Amazon. I created it online, and I uploaded it to Amazon for you to purchase easily. $100,000. Sorry, I put $100,000. 100,000 in a day affirmation is possible. Is it necessary? I mean, sure, it could be possible. I don't count my affirmations. I just repeat my affirmation. I just repeat the affirmation. I don't need to know how many times I said it. Maybe I've given some protocol for my clients, like affirm this 20 times in the morning, 20 times in the afternoon, 20 times at night. So you just pay attention, you put a moment aside, you create a new habit. Like the goal, there are different goals behind it, right? To create the new habit, to create the new focus, like you want to keep your focus on the vision of you already having your desires. So you don't have to worry about the number, okay? If you want, give yourself a number. Sure, say you're going to affirm it 100 times 100 times in a day, because maybe you need to create that habit. At some point, you won't need to have, an exact number. Chand, how do I affirm if I want to migrate from my home country? Where do you want to go? Okay, so wherever you want to go. This is a really powerful Neville Goddard, the way that he described his technique. Choose the place you want to, or you already probably know, right? Where is that place? Now, imagine you're already there and you're affirming. Use first an imaginal scene. So imagine as you fall asleep, construct the scene. You're already living where you want to live. You don't have to have all the details. Just as you close your eyes, feel that you're in this bed. You're in your bed, in your new home, in your new place. Now, as your eyes are closed, you're feeling that you're in the new place. From this new place, where's your home? I mean, your past home. Where did you come from? Where's the previous place where you currently are right now, right? You want to imagine where it is. So for example, I'm in Chicago, and if I want to move to Florida, then I'm going to fall asleep, closing my eyes, imagining, even if I've never been to Florida, but I have, but even if I've never been there, I know what it looks like on the map. I know where Florida is, and I know where Chicago is. So I would close my eyes. I imagine, well, I know differences. I know in Florida, there's a certain smell, maybe the smell of the ocean, maybe the smell of the humidity of the air. You imagine the palm trees. You just imagine the feeling and the essence of the place you want to be. So you feel that, or you imagine it. Imagine and feel are kind of simultaneous, right? So you imagine that. And while you're imagining that and falling asleep, where's Chicago? Or if I were practicing this, I would imagine I'm in Florida, and I would imagine all my family and friends back in Chicago. And where would Chicago feel from where I'm at now? Okay, because Chicago would feel to the north of me. So I could feel the sense, the changing, shifting time and place, right? So now imagine that every night as you fall asleep, you will saturate yourself with that knowing, with the feeling of being in the place you want to be. Through the day, just consistently confirm and affirm that you already are there, right? Think of Neville Goddard's story, I am in Barbados. Or his teacher, Abdullah, said, Neville, you are in Barbados, or you already went to Barbados. You're already there. So just think to yourself, it's already done. It's done. What does it feel like? Had you moved already, what would that feel like to you? Would it feel like freedom? Would it feel like excitement? Would it feel just really pleasant, like really peaceful? You saturate yourself with that by affirming it. I feel so peaceful. I love it all worked out in my favor, and just keep affirming it. And you affirm that. Yeah, Malika. So robotic affirming works. Yes. Robotic affirming works. In your reality, you're the operant power in your reality. So you get to decide what works for you. Okay, you can say everything works, right? Just say everything works. My desires always manifest. I robotically affirm and I manifest my desire. Have you ever affirmed for something and it didn't happen? Well, the thing is, if I say it didn't happen, okay, here's the thing. I've had things in the past I affirmed and maybe something different manifested. I have also seen in the beginning of my journey when I was general, when I was general about love, and I remember I wrote down in my notebook, I wrote down the word love and I wrote it in cursive. And I started manifesting. At that time I was single, right? I wanted to manifest love. I wrote the word love in cursive and I started seeing the word love everywhere. I remember going to the botanical garden and there was a display about love, and it was like the way that I wrote it in my notebook, the cursive way that I wrote love, I started seeing that everywhere. So I didn't manifest love into my life. This is why when someone asked about feeling, do you need to feel it? Not necessarily, but in my opinion, when it comes to certain things like love in a relationship, practice feeling love and start to get more clear on what you truly want. Because everywhere I went now, at that time, this was maybe about 4 years ago or 5 years ago, and I was like, I went there and it said love. And it was everywhere, right? Then I went to a baby shower, either a bridal or a baby shower, and I got a coaster as a gift that the mother-in-law made. And it was a beautiful handmade coaster on a piece of wood, and it said love on it. So I kept getting and manifesting the word love in cursive in my life. And then I was like, this is crazy. Okay. So I thought, well, let me start feeling this more. What is it? Not that just I wanted to see the word love, like, right? We're seeing things that we're focusing on. And then once I noticed it, now I'm actually continuing to bring it in my life, because I was like, oh, there's the word love and there's the word love. And then I kept seeing it like many different places for a while. So when I manifested my man into my life, I was feeling love. I was feeling love for myself. I was practicing feeling this love and this devotion and this communication and just like this delicious relationship. Okay, so your question was, have I manifested? Well, first of all, I know that creation's not finished. And I'm not going to be declaring I didn't manifest it, okay? Yeah, sure, I didn't manifest things in the past that I don't want anymore, but I'm always going to be having desires. Same with you, right? The desire is actually like a carrot helping you grow and expand in consciousness, helping you grow and see more of life and more of who you are. And you're growing, right? You're growing and expanding exactly what you came here to do, to wake up to realize you're the creator. All right, so Neville Goddard's words are, if you didn't manifest it, then if you know that imagination creates reality, then why did you stop affirming it? Or why did you stop imagining it, right? If you know that imagination creates reality, why did you stop imagining it? Because you're not imagining it anymore if you're saying it didn't work. Do you know what I mean? I had things that didn't manifest and then 3 years later manifested. Didn't manifest in that time. 3 years later manifested. Why? Because I just gave up the resistance. I gave up the doubts and the worries. I gave it up. Okay, so you may say it's you've already planted seeds. Seeds are already planted. Those seeds are manifesting. How do I stop looking at the 3D? Well, it's not that you have to stop looking at the 3D. Look at the 3D and give it a new meaning and give it a new definition, right? You give a new meaning behind what you see in the 3D. You don't have to stop looking at it. Okay, you're going to look at the 3D. There's, again, many ways to perceive this, right? Look at the 3D and just, you say that you don't choose that anymore. You look at it and you decide that you're able to overcome the circumstance. In my playlist, and there's a God state meditation, and there's a meditation called Trust and Know. Trust and know your desire is yours. And that there are some really great affirmations in that meditation, right? Take some of those affirmations and let those be your dominant thoughts or your dominant affirmations about you trusting. Just trust in the process. Okay, you're someone who can overcome the 3D. You're someone who knows how to look beyond the circumstance. You're someone who understands your own power. If you understand that you have the power, that means the circumstance has no power over you. Hi, Karina. Shannon, I listened to your marriage sleep affirmations on YouTube, but I need to get rid of a third party. Great. Great with listening to the marriage. Keep living in the end of that. Live in the end of feeling chosen and loved and adored. Okay, so if there's a third party, you understand it's coming from you. The third party is only in your life because of you. The third party exists because of something within you. So you get rid of the third party by focusing on your attention on you. That's how you're going to get rid of the third party. Okay, so if you're focused on the third party, then they must stay in your life and in your reality because you're talking about it or thinking about it or affirming or checking in on it. And if you're checking on it, that means you have an assumption that it might still be there. Okay, so instead of putting any attention there, bring all of your focus and attention to you. Lift yourself up. See yourself in the highest regard. When you see yourself as the one who's the perfect spouse or the amazing spouse and an amazing partner, then you will create that. Okay, start seeing yourself that way. There's no one who compares to you. You're completely irresistible. Start to know that, feel that, be that version of you. And that third party will just dissolve away. Because you don't put any emphasis or attention on that third party, that whole story will dissolve away. Hey, Shannon, everyone getting engaged around me lately and I'm still single. It's birds before land. Absolutely. So give it good meaning. Everyone is getting engaged around you because that's where your focus is. But I want you to remember, you have to pay attention to what you believe about yourself. And you're believing that you're still single and you're stating that, but I'm still single. If you're claiming that, why are you claiming you're single? Stop claiming you're single if you don't want to be single. You know, another way to state it is, Shannon, everyone around me is getting engaged and I know it's done for me and I know this desire is mine and I keep seeing my desire reflected in my world telling me what I'm supposed to have. That's what you could be creating a new perception about. Not I'm still single. You're just declaring you're single. You're single. You're declaring that. You're affirming it. Is that what you want to affirm? Do you see that this is also about this is about awareness. You're claiming you're single, but you didn't really, on some level, may not really realize it. Everyone around me is getting married, and I know I'm chosen. And I already know this desire is mine because I imagined it. It's birds before land, yes. Okay. And then just remind yourself, this is done. It's done. Hey, Kim, does dating while manifesting an SP show you're not living in the end? Not if you don't, it depends how you're defining it. Okay, so if you think, well, if you're dating and then you start asking yourself, well, I'm dating, and it's not like you're questioning it, right? So if you're questioning it, your world is reflecting that you're questioning it. Am I really living in the end? Maybe I'm not really living in the end. Maybe I shouldn't be dating. No, just to do it just decide. You are living in the end. Just decide that. You're living in the end and you're doing what you do. How do we affirm something away? Isn't our focus on what we don't want to see if we affirm something? Wait, how do you affirm something away? Affirm, really, a powerful way to do this is to affirm what you want. Instead of affirming something away, start replacing it. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? Instead of what you want to see away, you're really still focused on whatever you want to go away. What is it that you want to replace it? Even if it was like there's chaos in your life, you want the chaos to go, you want it away, but don't focus on the chaos going away. But what do you want it to be replaced with? Peace. You want a peaceful life and you want quiet. Then there's where you put your focus. So think about what it is you do want, and then that's where you put your focus. I love peace and quiet and harmony. Instead of, I want this chaos to go away. I intend the chaos is going away. Why isn't the chaos going away? Well, because you're still focused in describing chaos, there in your life. It's not going away. So you start to see what you really want. I see peace and I see a harmonious life. Okay, so whatever it is for your desire, replace it with what you want. Angel, what if I'm stuck between two SPs? That's kind of a good problem, right? Isn't that kind of a nice problem to have? Okay, but so no, you want to have the solution. You want to be living in the end of the relationship. So what is it? Here's what you could get more clear on. What would a relationship look like? Had you had the relationship of your dreams right now, if you have the relationship of your dream right now, what would it look like? The dynamic of the relationship look like? Okay, how would you feel? How are you treated? And live in the end of that. This is something I did in my VIP group. I have a monthly subscription group, my VIP group. It's a mastermind. Join my mastermind if you want to watch my videos, 30 days to recreate your ideal self. Kind of like a course. In that course within my VIP group, it's part of the subscription. You practice seeing different ways of you in relation to different things. How do you see yourself in relation to your specific person? How do you see yourself in relation to a relationship? What are you looking for in a relationship? How do you see yourself in relation to all these things in your life? That will help you get more clear. Just focus on living on the end of the person also. So, someone who's loyal and kind, right? Affirm what you want. You could also declare that you know what you want, even when you don't, right? It's the same as anything. We're affirming what we don't have, what we appear to feel like we don't have, to actually manifest it and materialize it in your life. So you could say to yourself, I know, instead of you're stuck. I don't know. You're kind of stuck. Well, you're staying stuck because you're feeling stuck and you're perceiving it that way. So start to shift it by saying, I know what I want. I intend to figure out what I want. Okay, IKZ, how to manifest money on a time crunch. Affirmations manifest. So your affirmations manifest. First, repeat that to yourself. My affirmations manifest. I manifest on a time crunch. I already have the money. I already paid whatever it is, your rent. I already paid my mortgage. I already have that money in my life. Okay, so you imagine that it already happened. You speak to yourself as it already happened. Speak to yourself and say, I'm someone who manifests fast. I'm someone who manifests on a time crunch. I'm someone who gets what I want. Even if I'm anxious, I manifest on a time crunch. Okay? and picture that you have it. Hi, Malika. How do I affirm for marriage with my SP who doesn't think I'm his person? Okay, but you said that the other day. Why are you still saying it? Why are you still saying that SP thinks you're not his person? Okay, so here, this is how you're going to change it. You have to stop saying that. Because maybe you're affirming it, right? How do you affirm for marriage? Well, first of all, stop focusing on him. Just stop focusing on him for a couple days. Okay? Stop focusing on him. Take him off the pedestal. Stop thinking he's going to change your life and make it better. And decide that you make your life better. And so when you do, okay, so first of all, your whole perception about you and your perception about you in the world is already manifesting. So for some reason you feel like something within you is reflecting him telling you that, he doesn't think you're his person because you had some insecurity or you had the doubt or you had the worry, whatever you felt, or you put him on a pedestal and didn't feel like maybe you were part of his world or could be in his world. Okay. Just take your power back and start to speak to yourself like you want your life to be. So living in the end of marriage, start to speak to yourself. I'm the ultimate catch. I'm someone that everyone, just go general, right? You don't have to think about him. Okay, because we want to take him off the pedestal. You want to start to feel that you are desired and wanted by many, not just by one. He's not the one and only. You know you're valuable. You know you're valuable. Affirm it. Use my affirmations for marriage from my playlist on YouTube. He does think that you are his person, is what you need to be saying. Okay, so that's why you're repeating affirmations, because you have to repeat something over and over to create a new belief and to create something that sounds familiar. To create that new habit, to change your life. If you keep speaking the same thing, you're speaking your life into existence, and that's what you're creating. If you keep remembering the past, remembering what he said that you didn't want and didn't like, if you keep remembering the past, it just keeps transferring into your present moment and future. That's why don't focus on the past. Right now is a new moment, so start saying what you want him to be thinking about you. You are his person. Okay, but first I was saying for a few days, just stop thinking about him and just start thinking about how great you are and how perfect you are and that you're the perfect partner. Because when you know that and see that and feel that truth about yourself, then your world reflects that you see that about yourself. Okay, Melissa, how to manifest working remotely? Just start saying it. I work remotely. I love my schedule. I love the freedom. I love the freedom to travel. I love that I can go anywhere and do anything, right? I love that I have a job that allows me to have freedom. Okay, so you speak as if you already have it. You affirm it. Your affirmations are manifesting. I have so much to manifest. Wait, I have so much to manifest. Finish university, find a job, pay rent. I don't know how to attract all of it. You could use the technique that Neville Goddard had. It's the Isn't It Wonderful, right? So Neville Goddard had one of his, followers, or, one of the women in his community she was like 50 and she didn't have any money to pay rent. She didn't have a job. She didn't have a car. She didn't have clothes, like new clothes to wear for a new job. She didn't have any of it and she needed it. So when Neville had a discussion with her, instead of affirming all those things individual, he said, feel this feeling of, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? So, because if you have all these things, you'd be saying like, isn't this wonderful? Isn't life wonderful? Isn't this great? So she just kept affirming, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? And she manifested, or she created a reality that reflected back that it was wonderful. Okay, so what happened? A friend of a friend ran into a guy that just started giving this woman money out of nowhere that paid for her rent, that she was able to get all the things that she wanted to get. And that just happened randomly. Someone she hadn't seen from childhood just made a decision that he had really come into a lot of money in his life. And he, in the conversation, mentioned this woman and said, I'm going to start giving her money every month for the rest of her life. Okay, so live in the end saying, isn't it, like each day, wake up, say, isn't it wonderful? Are you waking up thinking, I don't know how I'm going to do this. How am I going to pay the job? There's so many things overwhelming. Well, then you're living in that reality. So what reality do you want to live in the end of? Live in the reality stating, isn't it wonderful? It's all working out for me. Isn't it wonderful? I get what I want. I mean, you don't have to add that on the end. You could just say, isn't it wonderful? Practice that feeling. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, your imagination creates. What do you want to create? These to affirm every day for all of these. Okay, you're saying affirm every day? Yeah, affirm every day. Affirm every day. You should be having these thoughts every day. Have the thoughts as working out for you every day versus it never works out for me. I never get what I want. Okay. First of all, you have to be aware. You have to have the awareness of your own thoughts and beliefs. So we want to start there. Pay attention. This is about paying attention to yourself and paying attention to your world and what's being reflected back. Sally said, I thought it's the belief and feeling behind it. Otherwise, robotic words, how can they have meaning? It's everyone is creating their own reality based on their belief. Okay, so sure, there are books written like Neville Goddard has, The Feeling is the Secret, right? You will create. Okay, so there is belief. By the way, there is a little bit of belief. When you're robotically affirming, there is belief. The belief is about the affirming. Right? The belief someone would have is, if I affirm this robotically, then it will manifest. Well, yes, see, there is belief behind it. The belief is that your robotic affirmations manifest. That's the belief about it. Okay. So you understand, I mean, someone coming here is understanding that you're planting the seed and that seed is being planted and it's going to sprout into what you've planted. Every thought is a seed that we're planting. For me, it all works. Sometimes I script. In the very beginning, I was scripting a lot. The scripting worked powerfully. Okay. Then I just shifted. I was kind of busier and didn't have as much time to sit and script. I script less now, but I still script, but not like I did before. I just know it. I just affirm it. I just know I affirm it once and it's done. If I have a doubt, I'll just reaffirm it. Right? So you're creating your own reality. You could do what you want in your reality. Do you know? Okay, there is no one way to do this. Also, let me just point something out to you. All these people are manifesting their reality. Dr. Joe Dispenza, Abraham Hicks, Bashar, Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, Florence Scovel Shinn, Tony Robbins, Sadhguru. Okay, so all of those people are teachers of manifestation. They're all teaching like really pretty differently, right? I mean, some of them on some level, they're all saying the same thing. They're just saying it in a different way. If you observe all these different teachers, they all have something, it's all similar in some way. They're all manifesting their reality, and they're creating reality based on what they're believing and thinking about how reality works. I guess my point is, you will find the person that aligns with you the most. Like that, whoever you're finding in communities discussing manifesting, you'll align with things, and you don't have to align or agree with everything I say. You might just like some of what I say or a lot of what I say, but not everything. And there's people that I listen to, like on YouTube. I love Joseph Rodriguez, and he's an entrepreneur talking about manifesting, but I don't believe a lot of everything he says. I just take it with a grain of salt. I find the value where I can. I mean, I see all the value, and I pull and take the aspects that I like for my own life. So certain things like, I feel on some level, this could be my perception, that he still like works hard on some level, right? Not easier, but still hard. And I'm like, no, that's not what I do. Okay, so you could do the same thing. Just take the pieces, pull out the pieces that work for you. Block. How do I get my brother to apologize to me and unblock me? Imagine it's already done. Imagine that you're having a conversation, and the conversation living from the end of it already being done. The conversation from like all is forgiven. So that would be not even you each saying to each other all is forgiven, but like, I love you so much. You're the best brother. And he's telling you that you're the best sister. You know, some conversation. Inner conversations manifest. You're already having inner conversations, but are you having inner conversations arguing with him? Are you saying in your mind, like, you know, these are things that we may not be aware of, and you're cooking dinner for yourself or whatever, your family, and you're making dinner, and you're in your mind, you're just like, why did he say that? And why did he do that? And he's just, and as you continue to think those thoughts, this reality must stay. So for you to change and shift into a reality. Remember, all realities are existing. So you're shifting into a reality that already exists by thinking from that place already. Okay, so you have to first catch yourself. So when you start, but sometimes we're arguing with someone. Or we're just reliving. You're reliving that situation. You're reliving the event where everything fell apart. And he said this to you, and you said that to him. Remember, like if you keep reliving those events, they stay in your life. So you have to replace it with new ideas. Okay, so go to the end and imagine him saying something beautiful to you, something really kind and sweet. Imagine that kind of dialogue. Imagine it's a family holiday and you're embracing each other and giving each other a hug. That's what you could do. Just imagine like the hug and the warmth of your brother. And then you do that consistently. Okay, then you could talk to your mom or family, and they're going to bring it up and they're going to say, what's going on? I can't, because people might still reflect to you that old story. It's your job to diffuse that conversation, or just know that whatever they're bringing up is something old, and that's okay because you've already imagined it and you keep replacing it. You have to keep replacing it. You could tell family that brings it up, you know what, it's fine. This is going to work out. Somehow it's going to work out. That's it. That's how you could diffuse it when it's brought up into your world. Okay, I intend you got this, and I intend that you come back here and tell us, all of us, how amazing your relationship is with your brother now. Yeah, TK said, all of your affirmation videos are excellent. Thank you. Krista, I do well not looking at 3D except when it comes to my body. How do we work to lose weight? Start to see yourself already being the weight you want to be. So if you already were the weight you want to be, you would be saying, I love my body. I love my desired weight. I love that the weight just falls off me. I love that I have great metabolism. I love the way I look. You wouldn't be looking in the mirror going, but I didn't lose the weight. Okay, you have to see beyond what you're seeing in the mirror. So start from living in the end, or start seeing the beauty in all of you already, all of your body already. You're commanding your body all the time. What are you commanding your body to do? If you look in the mirror and you go, and you're just, you don't recognize it, but you might just look in the mirror and go, oh, still look the same. Well, you've just commanded your body, your subconscious mind, that you still look the same. And that's outpictured, still look the same. So you want to start seeing your body. See your body the way. Talk to your body. Be gentle with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself, saying, I know you're doing your best. I know you're working for me. I know you're beautiful. I see your beauty. Angel Star, I sleep to your voice nightly. I affirm I am the prize. Beautiful. I love the I am the prize. Yeah, I am the prize. Hot girl walking meditation is a great one. When you're going for a walk or just around your house or driving in the car. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, Krista said work on that mentality. Obviously, work out physically. The thing is, you don't have to work out physically. You understand this is just an avatar. It's just an avatar. You believe you have to work out, and then you have to work out. You don't have to work out. That's a possibility too. I have clients that manifest weight loss without working out and without changing their diet. And they do that by affirming their desired result consistently. And there is power in visualizing that it's already done. So visualize, like when you look in the mirror and you walk away, use your memory to create a new vision of yourself. Okay, test it because it works. I'm only pointing it out so you could kind of have an aha moment, not just Krista, but all of you, not yous, all of you have the aha. The aha is this is a manifestation. This is not even who we are. Who we truly are is infinite, right? We're an infinite soul. Body is a manifestation. It's a manifestation of our beliefs also. Yeah, I mean, I've changed things physically on my own body. I've changed things physically in my kids' bodies, my mom. So you could change anything physically just by affirming it, not by doing anything other than affirming it or imagining it. What about wavering? Monica, you're wavering. So start to build your knowing. When you're wavering, that's doubt, right? So you're in the fear. Someone fear-based is worrying, doubting, wavering. So start to be more in the state of love. Be in the state of confidence. Be in the state of knowing. So if you're wavering and doubting and fearing and worried, then if that's you, then you need to shift your focus to a version of you who feels secure and sure. So affirm it. Your affirmations create. Affirm, I am secure, I am knowing, I am the operant power, I am sure of this. I am someone who knows, I'm someone who gets what I want, just keep persisting through it. Someone who's wavering is not really anchored. So think about the idea of being secure, solid, anchored, centered. If you're all of those things, you're not wavering. I am centered, I am anchored. BB, how can I manifest my SP to be kind and romantic? I see him often. I want him to be romantic. Instead of wanting him to be romantic, declare he already is romantic. Because if you want him to be romantic, you're actually stating, you're actually feeling like he's not. You're actually claiming he's not, right? Because you want him to be. So start saying he's so romantic. I love that he's romantic. What does romantic look like to you? Does it look like does it have to do with physical, like one of the love languages? Is it words of affirmations? Is it that he just picks up the phone and makes the arrangements for dinner? Is it that he's planning beautiful dates? Is it that he's writing poems? Is it that he's buying flowers? So take a notebook and write it out. Just write it out. You could even say, I love romance. I love being romanced. I love having a romantic life. There could be some power in just even romanticizing your own life. This is something I've done where like when I'm making myself a little afternoon coffee with like a cute little biscuit, like a little cookie or something. I don't just take like the random plastic plates that my kids use. I take like the beautiful ceramic coffee cup that's just so pretty. And I just make it really pretty for myself. And I take out that pretty matching plate and I just have myself a little romantic. Like I do those things for myself also. Okay, so think about how you can even implement romance with yourself, making your own life romantic. Okay. And you want to see a vision of him being not vision. You want to experience him romantic. You have to make sure you're not saying he's not romantic. And when, Valentine's Day comes around and your friends are saying, they're saying how their husbands aren't, or boyfriends and husbands aren't doing anything or whatever, they don't really think it's a real holiday, then you don't agree with them. Okay, you have to say to yourself or even to others, like, I love romance. And I love when my man's romantic. And just tell about what you love. Not what you want him to be, but what you love. I love this. I love receiving flowers. I love the smell of flowers. I love words of affirmations. I love romantic surprises. How to manifest higher pay, Mariella. I'm someone who's paid the highest. I'm the highest paid person in my field. I always get more than what even the standard in society is, okay? What is that for you? What is that number? $1 million? But you claim it. You have to claim it. That's how you be the highest paid person. Now, but I recommend building your self-concept about that. Like when you see yourself as the highest paid person, then you also see yourself as valuable, right? Like I am valuable and I know my value. I provide value, whether you have your own business or you work for someone else. Like see your value. You provide value. You're always the top earner. You're the highest paid person in your field. Like now, what does that feel like to be that person? How can I manifest my family to like and accept SP again? You state it. Start to create an imaginal scene where your family and SP are together for like a gathering, holiday, whatever. Everyone's together. So if you construct a scene implying that it's already done and they already like and accept him or her, right? Your SP, they already accept your SP. What would that look like? Play that, loop that in your mind. Okay. And then, so you play that and loop that in your mind. I like to do an imaginal scene as I fall asleep. And then through the day, I consistently remind myself this is done. Family, if I would say to myself for this situation, my family loves SP. My family thinks that we are the greatest couple. My family just loves and adores us in our relationship. Can you believe that your family loves you and supports you no matter what? They support your decision. They value your decision and they value what you think about and believe in other people. They value that. They see that. They know that you're someone who knows how to choose a partner. Just another way to see another perspective of how your family would love you, support your decisions that you make. Okay, they're accepting and loving of other people. I would identify what is the reason why first. If you identify what's the reason why you think your family doesn't like and accept them, okay, so then you reverse that. Okay, you flip that, you reverse that. How do you eliminate the third party? You eliminate third party by focusing on you. Okay. A third party, whether it's a person that your SP is with a person, a third party could be your specific person's always too busy for you and they're at work. That's like a third party because you're on the back burner and you're not the priority. Or maybe if your SP is someone that puts their family before you, you're still feeling like you're on the back burner and not a priority. It has to do with you feeling like a priority or feeling important and not feeling insecure and not feeling jealous, okay? Because all of those feelings and those things the beliefs that you hold and the feelings that you have within manifest out. So if you're a jealous person, jealousy is coming from insecurity, right? And if you're an insecure person, it's pushed out into your world. Your world just says, oh, let me show you what's in you. Oh, you're jealous or you're insecure. Let me show you a reason to be insecure. Okay, so you're the cause, that's the effect. Third party is your effect. It's the effect of what's within you. The third party is the effect of what's within you. So, how do you remove the third party? Well, you have to change within about you. You change and feel more secure. If you're secure, someone who's secure is not having a third party in their life. That is when they're secure. I mean, you could be secure on different areas of your life, right? But when you're secure in a relationship, in relation to your specific person, someone who's secure in relation to the specific person, there would never be cheating. There would never be a third party. That wouldn't happen because the world, it's law, it's reflecting out. So if you're secure and you're feeling, if you know you're a priority, you know you're the prize, and you know that people also see you that way, then you'll just create that reality. So you eliminate the third party by working on your own self-concept. My self-concept course is a powerful tool to get to that place where you're focused on yourself and you create your affirmations about yourself. You create the vision about yourself and you stick to that vision until your world reflects it. So you have to start getting more sure about yourself. You decide that you're chosen. You decide that you're irresistible. You just know it. Like, how would it feel if you feel irresistible? Well, how does that feel? Just start to play around with it and embody it. Like, ask yourself, how does it feel if I know I'm the most valuable person? How does it feel that you know you're valuable? Because, I mean, you were born valuable, you just forgot along the way. Or maybe you didn't, but, if we have forgotten that we're valuable, then now you need to remember. You're here to remember how valuable you are, how important you are. Affirmations like, I am important, I am valuable, I am chosen, I am loved, I am the prize, I am number one. Okay, so those are the types of affirmations. Use my playlist to help you with affirmations. Use my self-concept course with my playlist to manifest your specific person being with you. If you're thinking of this person, doesn't it mean they are thinking of you too? Yeah. Rita, yes. If you're thinking of them, they're thinking of you. So you want to be thinking about them knowing you're a goddess. Okay, thinking about them knowing you're chosen, because you could be thinking about them feeling sad and insecure. And then what's going to reflect? What are they going to think about you? If your world is a projection of you or a mirror of you, and you're feeling sad and you're thinking of this and you're feeling sad and lonely and empty, then they will they will be a reflection of you feeling lonely. Like, they don't think anything of you. They'll be thinking of you, but they'll be like, good thing she's out of my life. Maybe not that exactly, right? But do you understand that? It's not like it's an exact mirror. It's a mirror of how you're feeling and assuming, and the sum total of within you is reflected out. So you want to be thinking of that person knowing that you're a goddess. Thinking of that person knowing how loving you are. Think of that person knowing how you radiate love that's a magnet and attracts all your desires and brings love into your life. So it is important. It is important. Your state of being is what's manifesting. Is your state of being from security or from insecurity, right? Is your state of being from fear or from love? If you guys want to join my VIP group, you want to level up and change your life, join my VIP group. I have unpublished videos in that group. It's a powerful community. It's an app that you download and you connect with everyone in the group. There is a really powerful community. If you want to join for 1 week, you can join free for 1 week, see how you like it. Let me know, and you have a way to connect to me there. Okay, you guys, I love you all. Have an amazing day. You're the operant power. I want you to think about what you're grateful for, because gratitude is living in the end. So gratitude for already having your desire. Okay, I love you all. Bye.